Hello, Damien here from Cloud Technology Experts. In this part of the video, we're going to secure our website with SSL certificate. If you have been following through this project, you can have access to it on this page. We have been making a very good progress with this project. And right now, we are right here, secure the website with SSL certificate. If you scroll down here to the bottom, you see the documentation for what we're trying to do at the moment. We're right here. Secure the website with SSL certificate. The process of communication between the web browser and the web server is illustrated here. First, the user browser attempts to connect to a website via a web server secure certificate. Then the browser will request that the web server identify itself. The web server will send the browser a copy of its SSL certificate. That's step 3. In step 4, the browser will check to see whether it trusts the SSL certificate that the server just sent to it. Whether it trusts it or not depends mostly on who issued the certificate, that is, the certificate authority. Then the web server will send back a digitally signed acknowledgement to start an SSL encryption session. Encrypted data is now shared between the web browser and the web server. So basically, we want to ensure that the communication between the web browser and the server are encrypted, which means that no one can look into the message that is passed in and out. This is to prevent fraud. For example, if you're making some transactions with credit card information and this doesn't happen, that is, if encryption doesn't happen, someone can easily see the communication between the browser and the server. And that means that someone can easily intercept the information that is passed between the web browser and the web server. So, deploying an SSL certificate is a must if you are going to be using a website for business transactions. So here, we're going to learn how to do that, how to deploy the certificate onto the web server that we have been deploying. To obtain a certificate, there are different ways you can do that. In fact, in AWS has a service called the Aws Certificate Manager. So I'm here on my AWS console and I can search for AWS Certificate Manager, which is right here. I can come here and I can obtain my SSL certificate pretty much for free if I'm using a load balancer. At this stage of the project, we're not using a load balancer, so using the certificate from AWS will not work. It means we have to find an alternative, and we're going to use a certificate from this body here called Let's Encrypt. Let's Encrypt is a certificate authority that is providing certificate for people for free. You can see right here, it says a non-profit certificate authority providing TLS certificate to 300 million websites. So we're going to obtain the certificate from this website. To do that, we're going to follow the instructions on how to do that on Apache web server on Amazon Linux. Remember, our AMI was Amazon Linux, and we installed Apache web server, so we're going to follow the guideline for doing that. And I have the set of instructions for doing that, so I'm just going to go to the web server and install the certificate on that server. I'm pretty much going to follow a set of instructions which are going to be done using the Linux CLI. So that is what we're going to do. Let's head over to our web server and install the certificate from Let's Encrypt. So back here to my AWS Management Console. So I go to my EC2 instance. This is the one we're using. So let's connect to it. All right, so we're back here. Let's see, that's the website. That's the server that we have here running. Let's ensure that everything here is correct. Let's take the IP address and make sure that this is the IP address that we are looking at. All right, so everything seems good. If we go ahead and click on the domain itself, which is cloudtechexperts.com, That is also working as expected. So by the time we finish this installation, our website is going to say that it's not secured. It's no longer going to complain. In fact, when we come here, there's going to be a padlock here. When you see a padlock on a website, it means that website is secured. An example is here. You see there's a padlock there. But when we come to this one here, at the moment, see this one has a padlock here, but for this one here, there's no padlock. So that's what we're going to do. Once we finish the installation, we should now have a padlock installed on this server. Okay, I have the set of instructions I'm going to follow, and these are all documented right here on my note. So let's head over and copy these instructions and get it done. Okay, so pretty much I'm just going to copy and paste the instructions. Let's clear the screen, and I already have my Apache working. Otherwise, I won't have access to the website. So with that done, now let's go through the instructions. So first of all, we're going to install mod SSL. Let's start from here. We're going to install mod SSL. So this module SSL is what the web server is what Apache needs to talk to the SSL certificate. So that is done. Whenever you install something, it's good to restart your Apache web server. So let's go here and let's restart it. And in fact, I would like to, let's check the service first. It started, so it's restarted correctly. Now I want to connect from my shell. That should be easier to connect to this server. So let me connect to this server from my system. That should be easier for me for what I want to do at the moment. Okay, so we've done this a couple of times. All I'm trying to do here is connect from my laptop so that it might be easier for me to copy and paste the instructions that I want to do. So we continue from where we left off. So right now, I just need to complete these other few steps here. I just click on that and paste that to download those files, and then I'm going to install them. After that, I'm going to enable these repositories. Well, check the repositories rather. All of them are good. Now I need to enable them. Okay. Now I'm going to make the configuration on Apache. To make the configuration on Apache, I need to use this file. This is the configuration file for Apache. So I need to open that. And I'm going to look for port 80. Okay, see where it says listen. So let's go here, listen 80. And here, I basically need to copy this stanza here and paste it in this file. Okay, so if you look at this file here, it says virtual host, the document root is there, and we're doing it for this website, cloudtechexperts.com. That is the website here, cloudtechexperts.com. So basically, once we have this, we're going to save this file. Okay. It's not letting me to save it because I need to be root to make changes to this file. So let me do that. I need to do it all over again. Come down to here and paste. I already have everything I needed, so save it. Okay, so that has been saved now. So I need to restart to make sure that everything's working. I restart it, and again, it should be good. Status httpd. That is working. Now I need to come here and install the certificate or the chatbot. This step is what is going to deploy the certificate from Let's Encrypt. Okay, so let's install that. To install that, we need to follow these steps here. Okay, then this one here. We're almost done. Very good. Let's install the required applications. Okay, and then let's paste this. Now we're going to configure the certificate. We call a set bot, and then that we go through the wizard. So it's asking us to put my email address, and I'm going to put my email address. And it's asking me to read through the license, and then I will say, yes, I agree. I'm saying no. Okay, then at this point, it's asking me if I want to configure the certificate for this website. And I'm just going to enter to say yes. Then I just wait for it to do the installation, and hopefully everything should be fine. Okay, I have been using this server a lot for obtaining certificates, so sometimes it doesn't work as expected, but at the moment it's saying that everything should be good. Congratulations. Said we were unable to set up that. Congratulations, everything should be good. So let's go and test it, because now we have installed the certificate. If everything is working, at this point, we should have a HTTPS website. So let's head back to our server, which is this one here. Let's refresh it. So let's put HTTPS. Okay, so you can see we now have cloudtechexperts.com, and the padlock is right there. So this is now looking good. This is what we would like to have: a website that is secured, a website that anytime you visit it is going to give you the padlock sign, showing that now our customers can buy their eyeglasses from this website with confidence. This is what you want to do on a production environment, and we have been able to accomplish that step. Okay, so we have been able to get this to work because on our security group, we already opened port 443. So let me go and show you here. If I come here to my security group has 443 enabled. All right. If this 443 were not enabled, we will not be able to connect to it because HTTPS is from port 443 while HTTP is from port 80. But because we already made this configuration in the security group, we are now able to access 443. So take note of that. Anytime you're trying to open up your security group, you need to make sure that you open up the ports for the right application or the right protocol that you're trying to connect onto. And with that, we come to the end of this video. where we have been able to secure our website. In fact, the title of this project is to create a secured website on EC2. So at this point, we have just accomplished our overall aim for this project. But that is not the end. We still have a few things to do before we will conclude the project. And we're going to make progress in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.